Hello, I'm Alice Thomas Roberts, and welcome to my channel. Sorry, the holidays are fast approaching, and those of you who are planning dinners and other parties are perhaps already beginning to write up your invitations. Today, I'm going to give some guidelines on preparing formal invitations. First, formal invitations should be written in the third person, meaning you cannot say I or you. If I'm sending out an invitation, I cannot say I invite you. I will say Alice Thomas Roberts invites. Second, invitations must be sent from a person or persons, not from an organization. So if my company is Protocol Caribbean, I cannot say Protocol Caribbean invites. I must say the name of the company. Perhaps I could say President of Protocol Caribbean, Alice Thomas Roberts invites. Okay? And third, it is proper not to give yourself a courtesy title. So as much as possible, avoid giving yourself a title like Mr. or Miss or Mrs. or Sir. Okay, even though in many cases, especially when people are knighted, it is proper to say Sir John Brown. Okay, but without the letters behind Sir John Brown's name. And if Sir John Brown and his wife, Lady Brown, wants to invite people, the proper way is Sir John and Lady Brown. Okay? Fourthly, your invitation should have a courtesy line, meaning you don't just say, you could say, yes, you could say invites, but the courtesy line could have a little more detail. For instance, request the pleasure of the company of, or has the honor to invite. So it might be Alice Thomas Roberts requests the pleasure of the company of. Here's the fifth guideline. Your formal invitation must have a line to write the name of the invited guest or prospective guest. So you'll say, Alice Thomas Roberts has the honor to invite or request the pleasure of the company of blank. Blank, who is blank? That line, that empty line or space that you would leave to write in the person's name. Suppose that person is Mr. John Brown. It would be Alice Thomas Roberts has the honor to request the pleasure of the company of Mr. John Brown. So you must leave that line on which you can write in the person's name. If you don't leave that line, then it means that you will have to use the word you. You'll have to say invites you. Sixth guideline, your invitation must answer the question to that this prospective guest will have when they get an invitation. They will see, what am I invited to? So the questions are, let me give you those words: what, when, where, and possibly why. So what am I being invited to? Where am I? Where will this function be held? When as in day, date, and time. And why? Some people don't necessarily need to know why they're being invited to a function, but for some people, they might need to know. So what, when, where, and why. You may need to know how many persons plan to accept your invitation. And therefore, you would want to include the letters RSVP to the bottom left-hand corner of your invitation card. RSVP means respondez s'il vous plaît. So that means you want everybody to respond. However, if you only want those persons who are not able to attend or don't want to, well, they're not able to attend, if you only want those persons to respond, then you can write on the invitation, regrets, RSVP, regrets only. RSVP regrets only, and of course in both cases, RSVP and RSVP regrets only, you will put the number that you want them to call, to say that they cannot come, or the email address that you would want them to respond to. Okay, so number and or email address. Ninth, perhaps you would want your guests to present themselves looking in a more uniformed way. You don't want some people looking dressed down, and neither you want neither others looking too dressed up. So you will include a dress code on the invitation card. When you write, include the dress code, you will write exactly what the dress code is, whether it's elegant, smart casual, lounge suit, black tie, or whatever you have in mind, how you want your guests to be dressed. You don't necessarily, on traditionally, it has not been the rule to write the words dress code out. So at the bottom right hand corner of your invitation card, you will write whatever that dress code is, long suit, elegant, smart, casual, etc. That's it for my guidelines on preparing formal invitations for today. In my next program, I will address those persons receiving invitations and what is required of them. Thank you so much for viewing. I hope that this program has been a real help to you, especially for those of you who will be preparing invitations for the upcoming holidays.